So thanks a lot, Ernakulam Sikasa and Palakkad Sikasa for the conducting this particular session. And a very good morning to one and all. Good morning. I think I'm audible. If audible, can you just put a reply in the chat box? Yes. So let's start with the latest MTP discussion. The latest MTP is MTP2 for the upcoming January 25 attempt. Okay. So to us, as far as possible, we'll try to cover the maximum, but my priority will be first with respect to the MCQ. Okay. So basically, I'm keeping the explanation in English because our exams also in English. We should also think and write in English. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, we'll explain. And one request. Come on, ask me what? Before we start, one request. Ask me what? Keep the chat box live. Keep replying. Whatever you feel, you can keep replying. Okay. So let's solve MTP together. Once you have attended this particular session, you need not solve the MTP2 again. Just mark those two questions which you find little tricky, or those questions you may find it like you are making a mistake. Mark those questions and just solve that. Okay. So if all set, can we start? Okay. So I hope you have the MTP, but still I'm showing it on screen. You can see. Okay. So as always, MTP and past exams, 30 marks is MCQ and 70 marks is descriptive. In the MCQ 30 marks itself, which is the type of question which is more frequently asked, it is integrated case study. We have three case scenarios. I think many times we have said, again, we are saying, and you might know very well, whenever there is a case scenario question, come on, guys, from where we should read? Can we start with the questions? Okay, then we will link it back. That's right. Then we will link it back with the scenario. Otherwise, two times of reading, your time will go. Okay. So guys, keep replying. Huh? Okay. First question. First question. Whether audit team is correct in excluding the planned review of petty cash from audit program. So from this question, what did you understand? While they are drafting the audit program, audit strategy, audit planning, which chapter related question is it? It is with respect to chapter number, with respect to chapter number 2, right? Okay, it's with respect to chapter number 2. Okay, it's chapter 2. Now they have excluded which area? Petty cash. Now let's read the question. How will you read? Which para will you read? Either where this petty cash is there. Just go in search. Petty cash, petty cash, petty cash here. Okay, so now read. However, in the opinion of planned review of petty cash, there was an unnecessary due to company's policy of limiting cash transaction. Thus, review procedure was removed from the audit program. So now, is it correct or is it incorrect? That is the question. Now, can you basically say what is the answer? Correcta, incorrecta? See, usually petty cash is an area that involves high risk. But here in this case study, wait, here in this case study, usually what you're saying is, okay, you should have included. But in this case study, they have given company has a good policy, meaning control is okay. Okay, assuming control is okay. And they are limiting cash transaction. meaning cash transaction material or immaterial. As far as this case study is concerned, cash transaction is not material. Immaterial. Now tell me, audit program. Okay, two things. One, auditor has to review the internal control before the audit program. Wherever control is okay, program need not include that particular area. One. Second, will you include immaterial areas in your audit program? Then guys, we would have given an absolute assurance. Will you include each and every area? No, we will include only material and significant area. So in this question, since they are not having material cash transaction, fine. It's only petty cash. For a company with hundreds of crores of turnover, petty cash will not be material. I'm not saying about cash balance, we're just saying about petty cash. So now say, it's fine. Since it is immaterial, are they correct? Answer is yes. You don't cover immaterial areas in your audit program. So they can exclude. So it is yes. Now, which yes is correct? B or D? Can you read? Because company's internal control and policy reduced, you need not see. Because audit program focus only on areas with high risk. Generally, petty cash is high risk. Here it is immaterial, so you need not see. So the answer is, guys, type which one? Very good. Answer is B. Had that sentence been not there, if the sentence was not there, okay. As you said, it is not proper. You should have covered petty cash. So I think few of you got it incorrect. So mark it. Once more redo after a week or so. Okay. And I one okay. Say two. Keep it interactive, guys. Come on. Second. Whether the decision of auditor to send the confirmation request to the creditors of the company as on 20th of March was justified. See, external confirmation. Okay. External confirmation. 2-3 areas we learn about confirmation. Basically, SA 505 is there. Second, even in items of FS chapter, how will you do the audit of trade debtors, na? Trade receivables, trade payables, debtors, creditors, we obtain. Is it mandatory that you should only obtain on 31st March? Or can we obtain near the year end? See, Kuta, you are saying near audit report. I think you got it wrong. Near audit report is written representation, SA 580. I'm asking you, is it mandatory that confirmation from the supplier should be only obtained? I'm asking you not SA 580, 505. Balance confirmation year-end മാത്രമേ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. Is it mandatory? No. You can obtain anytime near the balance sheet date. But do you need to obtain management authorization? SA 505, one of the steps is you should obtain authorization of management. Okay. Now, we'll just read the case study. Creditors, confirmation request. Where is creditors? Can you go in search of creditors? Here. To verify the balances of trade payables, creditors, they decide to send external confirmation. The requests were made on 20th of March, year end towards. A date chosen was deliberately to ensure correctness free from influence. So they obtained not on 31st but 20th. Makla, just say valid or invalid? Valid. Now, can you say which is the correct answer? They are asking justified. It is correct. So cancel the option with which option you will cancel? With no. So which yes is correct? Yes, decision of auditor was correct. Without consultation of management, you can obtain. Yes, decision of auditor should have been decided in consultation with the management. See, SA 505 says first step, obtain authorization of management. So the answer is very good. C. Why? Because of this point. You should obtain authorization of management. Okay. So can we go to 3? Okay, 3. Which of the following is not appropriate procedure to verify the balances for Messrs. Keshav Traders and Messrs. Amit Distributors? Now, before we proceed, can you go in search of Keshav and Amit? Keshav, Amit. Here. Okay. However, Keshav and Amit did not respond to confirmation request. Which essay came to your mind again? Debtors, creditors did not reply, 505. If they have not replied, what will you do? We will modify the report directly? No. You did not get idli, you will go for dosha. You're hungry. Come on, you have to express the opinion. If you don't get one, you'll go for another. You'll go for alternative procedure. Okay. Now, can you say what they want? They want appropriate or inappropriate. They want which is not appropriate, meaning not correct, false, inappropriate. So, as we said, we will go for what procedure? Alternative audit procedure. First, breaking down the balances to ensure, meaning splitting. Checking payment after the year-end, subsequent payments. Comparing balances to the original invoice with the purchase invoice, compare. Obtain a written representation, essay 580. Now, can you say, in your opinion, which is not so appropriate here? All looks to be okay. A, B, C, D. How many times we have said written representation necessarily provides you evidence, but it is not conclusive, not sufficient. It's only an corroborative supporting evidence. It's not an example of alternative procedure. All these are examples of alternative, but written representation mere will not be sufficient because lack of integrity may come. It's from management. So answer is D. Can we go to 4? Hello. Now 4. In the given case, is there any requirement for separate disclosure for PPE? Now, whenever you hear PPE, 2 areas should come to your mind. Come on, PPE. Okay, AS10 plus Schedule 3 disclosures. One more area. SA 501 is not PPE, Kuta. That is inventory. CARO. CARO, which clause? Wherever you go, I'm there, that's CARO. CARO, clause number 1. Huh? Yeah. In CARO clause number 1 also, there is a percentage. We have dealt percentage in detail. Whenever there is a revaluation and there is a discrepancies by, difference, not discrepancies, there's a plus or minus by 10%. Then only disclose. Here, what happened? Can you read? Auditor noted that in the financial year 23-24, company's PPE was revalued and there's an increase by 5%. Do you need to disclose if it is 5%? Answer is no. It has to be separately disclosed, separately dealt. Both in Schedule 3 disclosures and CARO. Here they are asking in the disclosure requirement. So answer is yes or no? No. So which no is correct? No, 10%, not at all required. So 10% is the value. So answer is B. Whenever numerics comes, please listen carefully. It is important. 5. Can we proceed to 5? LLP. I don't know how many of you have seen MTP1. We had discussed in the MTP1, there was a LLP question. Did anyone of you go through MTP1? In the MTP1, around 5 questions, meaning approximately 10 marks is asked from LLP, which is basic law portion. How many partners, minimum partners for LLP, dip in, designated partner identification number, etc. Okay. Now, tell me the answer. What is the perspective of management regarding audit of LLP? LLP is always required to conduct audit. Correct? Correct or no? No. There's a limit. LLP is required to conduct an audit if turnover exceeds 40, contribution exceeds 25. LLP is required to conduct turnover 25, capital contribution 40, capital 25, turnover. Which is correct? 40 turnover, 40 capital contribution. 40 is turnover. Okay, so this is not the answer. Now, guys, there is a little confusion regarding this. Is it and or is it or? See, you would have studied in foundation or BCom +1, +2, small LLP. For small LLP, the condition is and. If it is not small LLP, then audit is mandatory. So in my guess, I think it should be or. And I say answer is also or. Are we clear? So how was case study 1? How many marks you scored? Tell me now. I think 2 into 5, 10 marks. How many you got correct? You would have guessed now. So 1 minute rest. With that, we'll go to case 2. How many you got correct, guys? 4 correct. Very good. Others? 3, 5. Okay. And I can put reply to group chat so I can see. 5. Very good. Keep it up. To my knowledge, it is or. I say also answer is or. The thing is interpretation. Interpretation is like this. A small LLP to become, it is and. Once it is not a small LLP, audit will become mandatory. So to move out of small LLP, both conditional one is violated. So I think it should be or. But there is dispute, okay? But I say answer key I've checked, it is D only. And I found, okay, come on, scenario 2. Life is a race, run, 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 run. Hey, say case 2. Okay. Where is case 2? And I don't know whether you guys have observed chapter number 9 and chapter number 10 together. I see weightage is somewhere around 12 to 18 marks. Chapter 9 is different entity. Chapter 10 is bank. In the RTP, MTPs, etc., they're emphasizing bank audit more. But we don't know how it will turn out. Both these chapters together somewhere around. this question regarding NPA, etc. So which chapter, guys? NPA. Bank audit. Okay, chapter 10. So they have given the table, NPA classification outstanding. Let's go to the question. Then we will link it back. Okay. Question. Is the provision made for AB Industries in doubtful one appropriate? Even before going to the table above, can you say the provision percentage? And I will say in the 0.4% for standard, 15% for substandard, doubtful one 25%, doubtful two 40%, doubtful three 100% if secured. If unsecured, 100%. Loss asset, I need not say 100%. Right. Now, can you go in search of AB Industries? Where is AB? A for apple before. AB Industries. Doubtful one. Outstanding is 10. So how much is the provisions required? 10 into 25% now. 25 means, and a few people are replying to directly to me. Can you reply to chat to everyone? Since I'm sharing the screen, I'm not able to see the personal chat. Nakshatra Kutta, others also, can you reply to everyone? Yeah, it should be 2.5. Okay. So how much they made? 5%. Okay, this is not descriptive question, it's MCQ. They have made excess provision. So can you say 40, 2.5, as it exceeds 25%? Appropriate, they said. Answer is not appropriate. So which is the correct answer? It should be 2.5. So answer is C. Of late, provision calculation, drawing power calculation, all these are asked in MCQ, etc. Especially drawing power. But any doubt, let me know. Since majority of you are replying, I'm proceeding. 7. And after every question, a request. If 6 is okay, can you put 7? Oh, thank you. Considering the house loan and car loan availed, which of the following statement is inappropriate? And even without going above, there is a concept which we have discussed. You know what? NPA classification is dash wise and not dash wise. NPA classification is once a facility becomes NPA, all will become NPA. It is borrower wise and not facility wise. So if there are 5 facility, if one is NPA, all will be NPA. Many times, many places, these questions has appeared. So here, without even going detail, you can say both housing car loan should be NPA. Okay. Housing loan should be NPA. How a car is not standard. NPA, how a housing, both are standard. Answer is, if you go back, they are saying borrower housing loan is due for more than 120 days. And what is the category for treating as NPA? How many days outstanding? 90 days. So here it is 120, na? So it is NPA. So here, even though it is 60, since one is NPA, both will be NPA. So the answer is A. Thank you. But if I'm fast or if you want me to repeat, please ask, I will repeat. I don't expect everyone to be 100% knowing. If you want to explain any of the concept of this question alone, let me know. 8. What is the minimum provision required for RS enterprises? Doubtful 2. And a doubtful 2. Percentage, please. RS is in doubtful too. Percentage 40, yeah? Okay, 40, fully secured. And had it been unsecured, how much? 100. Here, since it is fully secured, how much? 40%. But they have put 30. Correct? Correct? Excess provision, na? Maybe they assumed it is fully unsecured. So what is the amount? 30 into 40%. 12? Okay. So what's the answer, guys? What is the minimum provision which is required? Answer is B. Okay. Last one of this case study. Yeah? As regards the description of agricultural advance under Kisan credit card, mind you, it is agricultural advance. Which of the following is most appropriate? Can we go and read what happened in the case study? Can you go in search of Kisan? Where is Kisan? Ah, here. Branch has provided 20 lakh loan under Kisan credit card. And it's a cultivation for paddy. So which loan? Cultivation for paddy means it's agriculture loan. Okay. Harvest period is 3 to 4 months. Very good. But there has been no transaction for last 90 days. Till they have classified as standard. Is it valid or invalid? 90 days, there is no transaction at all. But the answer is, for agricultural advance, it is not date. It is crop season. Okay, paddy. Harvest period is 3 to 4 months. So it's a short term. When short term agricultural advance will become NPA? So when it will become NPA? If it is outstanding for 2 crop season. So here 2 crop season means at least 3 into 2, 6 months now. Here it is outstanding only for 90 days. 90 days is taken for non-agricultural advance. Here it is agricultural advance. You remember? So standard NPA, PA NPA. Not even one crop season is over. So it is PA. They classified as standard. So answer is, they should be substandard. It should be SMA, proper, doubtful. Similar question was there in ICA material also. Answer is, now had it been a non-agricultural advance, then the answer would be NPA. Are we clear? So I always say to the students, I'm just advising you, but I don't know how far it is possible. Bank audit, if you are clear, once you understand the concept, less effort is needed when compared to the essay chapters. Plus, if a question is asked, mark scoring also. I don't know whether you guys will agree with me. If you understand the concept, it is mark scoring. But how much weightage is there for bank audit alone? Seriously speaking, we don't know. But chapter 9 and 10 together, what they say is somewhere around 12 to 18 marks. At times, different entities, more they ask, at times bank. But here, if you see MTPs, they are asking bank. But pattern, we don't know exactly how much. But I feel bank audit is scoring area. Okay. So 1 minute, let's chit chat so that you guys will be fresh. So what news, guys? All good? Had breakfast? Ma'am, it's lunchtime. I know. What's special? What's special? No, I just had food because I had final class morning. So I just had food now, just before the session. Dosha? Why everyone dosha? Okay. If all okay and breakfast update is over, can we proceed to case 3? Case 3. Can we go to questions directly? As always. Start. Which of the following best describes Mahavir's responsibility? How cute of ICICI. They gave the essay number and essay name itself. Then what more? 560, subsequent events. There are 3 timing in subsequent events. After FS date and audit report. After audit report, but before issue. After audit report is issued. Okay. Now, can we go back to case study? Okay. Messrs. MCP 3 partners Chandana are about to conclude the audit of company. Can you say what is the meaning? Have they issued audit report or before the issue? About to conclude. It is only before audit report is issued. So where? Before FS date and between audit report date. Do they have an obligation to see the events? Answer is yes. Where they don't have obligation, if it is after the audit report. Now what happened? During the audit, they noticed shortage of important supplies, China, geographical area, difficult. Any other essay came to your mind when you are hearing about all these indicators? Shortage in supply, importer. Which other essays coming to the mind? 570 going concern. The issue is disclosed in the financial statements. Now go to the question. Now first rule out. The ruling out technique will work. Here they said no obligation, no obligation. We have obligation. Why? Had it been after audit report, then this is correct. Here, since it is before audit report date, we just read no. About to conclude. So it is before audit report date. Therefore, rule out A and C. Correct. Now, can you say B or D or most appropriate? He should perform necessary procedure to know about the events between the FS and audit report. Yes, they. Come on. Written representation is not a substitute. They said only. So answer is boy. B for boy. Bat, ball. B. Okay. If 10, okay. Thank you. 11. Which is most appropriate action CA Chandana should take for verifying inventories held at third-party premises? Okay. Which essay came to your mind? Inventory in the third party? I don't know. Many people are fans with respect to 501. Why everyone, whenever I ask a chota essay, 510 is also chota, 580, Venda. Nothing. Okay. So inventory is in third party. Whenever inventory is in third party, what you have to do? You will obtain the confirmation, you will perform other procedures, then you can send another person. They ask most appropriate. Now, whenever you hear most appropriate, maybe more than one may be correct, choose the most appropriate, most correct one. Okay. Request confirmation regarding the quantity and condition. 501 love, your favorite essay. Inventory. You are supposed to check the existence and condition. Your essay, why didn't you say existence and condition? Inspect all inventories without requesting confirmation. Hey, without confirmation, you can inspect, but is it practically possible? You can inspect with the permission. Rely on representation. Representation is not a substitute. Confirm inventory value, quantity, and condition from third party. So, is it A or D? Answer is A. See, why? Because request the confirmation. Clear? 11. Last one, guys, in this case study. 12. Which audit procedure CA Prabha performed to verify whether conversion of foreign currency into Indian rupees is proper? Very easy one. Foreign currency into Indian rupees. I don't know which currency. I mean, if a dollar, $1 is equal to dash rupees. So you're checking the arithmetical accuracy. So the answer is recalculation. Inspection means documents. Observation means looking. Reperformance means independent execution. Here it is conversion. $1 is equal to whatever rupees, 80 or whatever it is. It's more than that. Okay. I think all of you would have got 6 out of 6, 3 questions. 2 marks each. 5 out of 6. Why 5? It was a very short turn, no. So can we proceed to individual MCQ? Only 3 more MCQ. With that, MCQ is over. Can we proceed? 13. CA Kamal, the partner at KPS and Co, is conducting the audit of Riddhi Limited. Good name. A manufacturing company. The audit found 72% of the total revenue from Riddhi Limited raised concerns about the financial dependence on a single client. Identify which kind of threat is involved. Familiarity, self-review, self-interest, advocacy. Which threat? At a 90% or 72% of the total revenue coming from a single client, meaning money, 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 kashe, 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 kase. So depending on a client for financial, money means it is self-interest. Now, familiarity is when you are having a close relationship. Empathy, empathy. Self-review is when you are having, objectivity, reviews, compromise. Like you are the director. Advocacy is when you promote the client. B. If it is 20%, then it may not be financial. That depends upon case study, Adi. Here they have given clearly 72% now, and they themselves gave financial independence also. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു percentage ഇല്ല. That like the percentage is not there, maybe more than 50%. Okay, next one. The auditor is evaluating the most appropriate method to assess the internal control system. The selected method should widely recognize the information gathered. Furthermore, the method should facilitate easier correction of review. Now, which chapter? Chapter 3. Internal control. In that, there are 4 tools. Narrative record, checklist, flowchart, ICQ. First, you say the answer, then I will say the reason. They want wide, more information. Flowchart. Okay. So now say the answer, guys. Don't see the solution. So if you have seen the explanation, those who have notes or whatever it is, narrative record is not suitable for large entities. It's only suitable for small entities. And they wanted easier collection. Narrative record Tanya, you cannot sit and write Kuta. Next. Flowchart. It gives less description only. Checklist, internal control questionnaire. Those who have notes, you can check out. We have written a word, or in the material also there's a word. Comprehensive, more detailed. Can someone acknowledge whether you saw those words? Internal control questionnaire is more detailed. The answer is A. Wait, this is answered by client staff and this is answered by which staff? Checklist, audit staff. Who can answer more detailed? Management staff may not be reliable. I do agree. They want to collect widely, easily. Answer is internal control questionnaire, ICQ. I think you can mark it. You understand? Most of you said flowchart and narrative. Others? Making mistake now is okay, guys. Only for the exam, don't make mistake. Wow, 30 marks. Last question. Last one, huh? After that, 2 minutes rest. Gauri told her friends that she had read in news about how a company has misled the auditors by producing fabricated document. Which of the following statements seems to be most appropriate? Read yourself and let me know which is the answer. Auditor has to conduct using professional skill. He is not an expert. Hence, management dishonest may have led him in relying fabricated deliberately. It was wrong on the part to rely on fabricated document. He must have discovered. Management cannot mislead. Although it is wrong on part of the auditor to rely, he cannot do anything in this matter. He has to report the document. See, due to inherent limitations of audit, is say 200. Okay. You know what? Management may not provide complete information. It is one of the legal limitations of audit. So, whatever skill, professional skepticism you have to do. Answer is A. With that, we have completed 30 marks MCQ. So I found you being wrong in 2 or 3 places only. I'm just recalling those places so that you can just recall it again. One was here, that petty cash question. Since it is immaterial, it's fine. Then few went wrong in PP, 10%. This question was okay. Some said this 90 days. 90 days is only for non-agriculture. For agriculture, it's crop season. This question you said correctly. And this one. Since widely it is internal control question. Okay. Around 4 questions. Others all you have said correctly. Yoa, Ayoa. Come on. Is it yo or ayo? Yo-yo? Celebrate, guys. Life is short. You know why you are like this? 30 marks MCQ are finished in 45 minutes. And mark those which you have gone wrong only. Don't waste your time doing it again. So take rest and we will continue in sharp 2 minutes. Okay. Usually, MTP, whenever I discuss or even RTP, what I do is I don't just say the answer and go. I also say the presentation. So we'll quickly say the presentation and go. I think I will make you say rather. So guys, are you asking in bank auditor items in FSR, Gautam? Bank audit, it is if it is unsecured, it is always 100%. Now, doubtful 1, doubtful 2, doubtful 3. It is, someone support now. He's asking, your friend is asking a doubt. Doubtful 1 means how much? 25%. Yeah, your friends are saying. Doubtful 2, 40%. Doubtful 3, 100%. Is that what you asked? Okay. Nothing related to that question. This question, since he asked, I said. And so others, now can you come back to business? Can you give me a ready? Yes, doubtful 1, doubtful 2, doubtful 3. Either they will mention or you have to find out from the years outstanding. Doubtful 1 is 1 year. Doubtful 2 is 1 to 3 years. Doubtful 3 is more than 3 years in doubtful. Ada, what do you want me to do? Just say, okay, question 1, it is essay 200 conclusion or just little more elaboration. What do you feel? If it is a direct question, see if it is a direct question, I will say here itself and go. If it is a case study, I will elaborate and make you say the presentation. Okay, Anna? Okay, va? Very. So start. Camera. Action. Read. So descriptive is now for 5 marks or 4 marks per question. So for one question, full question comprising of A, B, C, you can take around 25 minutes. So per question around 8 to 9 minutes. Okay. Keep timer, guys. You can complete for 100 marks. ABC Limited as manufacturing company is facing significant financial difficulties due to downfall in the market, increase in the cost of production. CA Ram, the auditor, has identified the following: defaulted, current liability exceeded current assets, sales revenue has declined. Now, management has not performed an assessment of company's ability to continue as going concern, but they provided assurance for implementing corrective measures, including cost-cutting initiative, discussion with the creditors, restructuring. Okay. Now, what they want? What additional audit procedure should be performed by RAM as per SA 570 in going concern? Hello, Chalo, Maklai, can you reply? What procedure auditor should do? Now, first of all, can you say, can you say this? Question number 1. They have given a going concern themselves. Now reply, guys. Let's study together. Let's learn together. Achieving excellence together. Come on. Which essay they have given in the question itself? Correct. It is essay 570. As per essay 570, you can elaborate. See, I'm saying the presentation format. As per essay 570, what? Regarding going concern. Okay. It is basically responsibility of management. Auditor shall obtain evidence whether appropriate. Now, events and conditions. There are 3 important phrases. There are events or condition that may cast. 3 important phrases. Material uncertainty, significant doubt, ongoing concern. MUSDGC. Material uncertainty, significant doubt, ongoing concern. Now, then you can write in the given case. In the given case, you know that loss, current liabilities, exceeded current asset. All these are examples of events and conditions. Case, in the given case. Therefore, following are the additional audit procedure. This is the part where you have to elaborate. Now, can you reply? If management has not assessed the going concern, then you will, management, noki parada, paathu sollungalai. Now, you will ask them to assess. You will request them. Second, you will evaluate management's what? Future plans. Whether future plans is feasible. Now you will analyze the cash. Along with the management, sit and analyze the cash forecast. Then ask them to give in writing, obtain a written representation, essay, 580. Now we will also examine the additional facts, like some events occurring after 31st March. These are the examples of additional procedure which auditor has to see. So there is no need of conclusion here. Why? You already started by saying following are the additional audit procedure. In the question also they asked what are the additional procedure? No. Can you reply whether you understood? Are you getting the presentation format? I can't sit and discuss in detail, but still. But if Q1 is clear, Q1 A, say B. Aha. Why you should have all the fun. I will also have fun. Unless you say B, I won't go. Okay. C.A. Rishi. Rishi is my son's name. Okay. C.A. Rishi is appointed as the auditor of AAR. Oh my God, all in. AAR Limited for the year ended 31st March. During the audit, he observed that company's books reflect significant number of trade payables and trade receivables. Okay. Accuracy. C.A. Rishi decided to send confirmation request to some of the trade receivables. However, management refused to permit him from sending the confirmation request. Now, what they want? How would the auditor proceed in the given situation? Now, guys, keep a checklist. Essay or other topic or essay. Now, if essay, which essay? 505. Now put a heading, external confirmation. Now write, as per essay, 505. Just say in sentence, auditor shall obtain direct written response from the confirming party regarding the trade receivables, etc. Now, if the management refuses, this is the part which they asked. Okay. So now before that, you can write facts of the case. In the case C.A. Rishi wanted, management refuses. Now, if the management refuses, following is the approach of C.A. Rishi. Now elaborate. First, as per essay 210, one of the preconditioners, you should be given unrestricted access to people, etc. If they are restricting, why? Yeah, ask them. Inquire the reasons. If it is valid or reasonable. Now, because of this, whether there is any risk, evaluate its implications. Now, perform. They didn't give you dosha, so go for idli. Aha. Perform. What procedures? Alternative audit procedure to obtain evidence. Now, if you conclude refusal is unreasonable without any reason, if they are refusing, what will you do? You discuss with TCWG. Management did not allow. Discuss with TCWG. TCWG essay 260. Now, can you give a clean opinion? No. So, as per 705, you will analyze its impact. Whenever you write 705, write the name also. So, this is the part where you have to elaborate because that is what they asked, what action you will take. Are you getting the point? So, can you say, see, after that 1 minute rest, after every question, 1 minute rest. 1C. Where is C? C. Here. C.A. Tanuj, the auditor of Kiran Limited, completed the audit work and issued the auditor's report on 18th. During the final assembly of audit file, he disregarded some supporting schedules as they were outdated and corrected by cross-referencing the working paper. No new conclusions were drawn. Final file was documented on 10th October. Which chapter, which essay, where, what? Chapter 6, audit documentation. Okay. But of late, they have been asking many things about this assembly of audit file. Now, can you say? Essay already you said, thank you. Essay 230. Now, can you say a few things about assembly of audit file? Audit file assembling is only an administrative process. Okay. It should be done on a timely basis, not more than. Then and there you should do, but not more than 60 days. SQC1 also states. No new, it's only an administration process. No new procedure, no new conclusion. However, can you make changes? Answer is change. Yeah, like cross-referencing, superscarding, discarding a paper, not the entire file. Please don't do the entire file. A paper, then signing, collating. Shall not delete or discard the entire file before the period. This you will elaborate. Okay. Now you can write facts of the case. Can you say the conclusion? Here, what happened, guys? Where is it? Question. What happened? What did they do? He discarded or deleted, not the entire one, supporting schedule, then he cross-referenced. Can this change be made valid or invalid? See, Shifna, he didn't throw away the entire file. He just one document which is outdated, he replaced and then he put it. Plus, final assembly is happening only on October. So, cross-referencing, collating, etc. is done. Therefore, such changes can be made. He didn't delete or discard the entire paper. One outdated paper he threw away and cross-reference. So, your conclusion will be facts of the case you write. Therefore, CA Tanuj can make such changes during assembly process. When you should delete or discard, when you should not delete or discard. Deleting or discarding after the assembling is not. While you do, you can do, right? While you're doing, it's fine. After that only, you should not throw away. Yes, you should mention Kota. Say 4 marks, na? So you should explain, Lakshmi. So these are the whatever I'm saying is the minimum contents that you should write. See, I can simply discuss and go in 1.5 hours, but I thought I'll discuss little detail so that you guys will be also benefited. So with that, question 1 is done. Change is allowed, but deleting or discarding after assembly, you should not do. Changes, yeah. But if all clear, okay, sharp 1 minute take rest and then we'll continue. Right, should be maintained at least for how many years? Retention period is 7 years. No, before the 7 years, it should not be deleted or discarded before the retention period. So guys, sharp. How many minutes? 50 seconds. I want you to say proceed. Okay. Life is a race, guys. Hmm. I'm just taking the question. But if you're ready, put Q2. Okay. Start. Deepa Limited initially requested an audit engagement for the financial year 23-24. However, midway through the audit process, management claims that they are unable to provide complete supporting documentation for significant portion of the receivables. As a result, management asks you to change the audit engagement to a review engagement, arguing that it would prevent the issuance of qualified opinion. The auditor is now facing a challenge whether this change is justified. Comment with respect to which accordance with relevant essay. That was smart. They didn't say which essay. Can you say which essay? Initially, it was audit, and then they said they cannot give some supporting evidence. So from audit, they ask you to change to review engagement. They ask you to, with respect to which essay. Now guess out, yaar. Confirm, Advait. Changes in the terms of engagement. Now you say the essay number. Changes in the terms of engagement. Engagement letter, which is essay. Essay. 210. As per essay 210, auditor shall agree on the terms of engagement with management or TCWG to have a preconditions to state and to have a common understanding. Now, can you change the terms? Answer is yes. Only if there is a RJ. What RJ? Come on. Only if there is a RJ means not other RJ. Come on, reasonable justification. Like, can you say few examples of reasonable justification? Like, circumstances changes. There was a restriction or there was some kind of misunderstanding like this. Here, why they asked you to change? You lost the flow, guys. In the question, why they asked you change? Because they could not able to provide information. Is this reasonable or unreasonable? They are asking you to change because they can't even give the information. Answer is unreasonable. So you write the facts of the case. In the given case, management is asking to change since they are unable to supply. This is not a reasonable justification. So what is the recourse available? Recourse means solution available is what? Auditor shall not, he's confused, shall not change the terms. If management is not allowing, that's only option if you want. If not allowing, auditor can. Tata. Hello, where going? Allowing, auditor can withdraw. But that's just an extra point. Recourse means solution. That was simple. Not simple. Once you've identified 210, it's fine. See, at times in the question, like in first question 570, they'll say, like this question number 2, they don't say essay number. You have to sit and think which essay, 200 series are, 500 are. If you think you'll get it, guys. Can you say B? My God, question number B and C, we will write it and we will say it here itself, only 2 minutes for each question. CARO 2020 shall not apply to every company, shall apply, including foreign company, however specifically exempted company, state, classes of companies which are exempted. Lottery ticket, if such question comes. Come on, guys. Start. Which are the companies which are excluded from the applicability of CARO? Come on. First, banking company as per Banking Regulations Act. Second, insurance company as per Insurance Act. Then, company license to operate under Section 8. Then, OPC under Section 2 subsection. OPC 62 na? Then small company under 2 subsection. This is 262. This is 285. Not required, but for the exam, small company limit 40 crores, 4 crore. Am I correct? 40 and 4 crores. Limit you learn. Then private company subject to how many conditions? Nakshatra, why all are saying 3, 4 should not be a holding or subsidiary of a public company. Paid up capital plus reserves and surplus shall not exceed 1 crore as on balance sheet date. Outstanding loans and borrowing. Don't read land and building. Loans and borrowing, okay, shall not exceed 1 crore at any point of time. One conditional left off. Total revenue shall not exceed 10 crore. Not total turnover, total revenue. Either and all should be satisfied. These 5 are all. So how will you start? Put the heading CARO 2020 as per para 1 of the order. CARO is applicable to all company, including foreign company, except following. But as B is clear. Say C. B and C are easy, guys. Very easy. Any doubt till here? If no, can you give me a proceed? Now look at this question. RST Limited is a mid-sized trading company recently faced challenges in securing the loan. Due to doubts in the reliability, management realized the importance of us having audited accounts to build confidence. Elucidate means explain, the benefits and need for an audit. Come on, can someone say chapter number? Which chapter, guys? Chapter number 1. In chapter number 1, benefits of audit, need for audit. Can you say few points? First, it provides high quality of information. Then what else? Moral check on employees. Then, helpful for government authorities. Then, what else? Relied by lenders. Okay. Then, what else? Prevents fraud. So, safeguarding. And only 4 marks. You can write 5 points or 6 points. For reviewing the internal control, enough. So in the given case, facts, conclusion, no need. Okay, you can write. Following are the benefits of the audit. You can just write the definition of auditing is an independent examination, blah, 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 and then start. Following are the benefits of audit. Okay, there is no need to write facts, conclusion. These two are like IFA's lottery ticket. At least I'm saying this much because so that if you guys have forgotten, it will be like a revision time for you. Are you getting it correctly? Okay. So take rest, then say Q3. Yes, in one sentence you have to explain. No, one sentence, full complete sentence you have to write. So guys, what's happening? What's happening? Have you gone for lunch? Or are you there? Ma'am, lunchtime. No, it's not lunchtime. CARO reporting requirement, either they will give us CARO or they will say Companies Act reporting or CARO clauses, you know, right? Aletania. If something in PPE, something in inventory, and they're asking auditors reporting requirement, then you think of CARO. CARO is basically not procedure, not evidence. But reporting requirement in the Kandal, 21 clauses in that. I mean, inventory, PPE, statutory dues, then think of CARO. CARO is reporting requirement, not procedures. The inventory procedure anangil SA, SA 501. If inventory reporting requirement, then there is CARO clause 2. Reporting under Companies Act. Hi, are you there? If there, come on, 30 seconds. With that, say Q3. Why, you should have all the fun. I will also have fun outside. So unless all says, I won't go. Okay, Q3. Wait, I will come now. 1 second. Okay, start. Let me say whether you will say this. During the audit of a Smile Bank, CA Sweetie focused on understanding the risk management process. She reviewed how management developed the controls performance. CA Sweetie also assessed management effectively identified. How CA Sweetie should evaluate adequacy of bank risk management controls. It is one of the area which many of us or many of we ignore. So can you say which chapter actually? Actually, risk is there in 315 also, but they're asking bank. So it's bank audit basically, okay? But it's highly related with identifying the risk, controlling the risk, monitoring the risk, communication with TCWG. Chapter 3 also linked. Now, there is a process. Bank, I'll write here itself since it's a direct question. Bank risk management process comprises of 5 steps. Anyone? I will say it in my own flow. Okay. Advait, you're right. Can I say it in my own flow? First step there. What? Just think now. First, identification of risk. So, identification, measurement. If there are people who have not studied this, study this now. Identification, measurement and identification, measurement of risk and monitoring of risk. Once they've identified, measured, monitored the risk, now TCWG should be given charged. Involvement by who? TCWG. Like they should formulate strategy plans to reduce risk. Now, reliable. The bank works on a CBS, core, automated environment. Reliable information system should be there. It's a risk one time alla. It's not one time alla. So it's a continuous. So there should be control activity like segregation of duty. A control activity like segregation of duty. But this we have learned where components of internal control. I don't know. Those who have attended might know. Crimi. Then there should be also monitoring activities like concurrent audit, internal checker, etc. So if you ever see components of internal control, there are 5 components. These 3 are exactly information system, monitoring, entities, control activity. So even if you have not studied this, study now. So risk management process, the first step, identification, measurement and monitoring of the risk. Then this risk management involvement by TCWG, they should formulate the strategies and policies. Now reliability of information system, the accounting software, control activity, all this I have to explain. Then monitoring activity. So here no given case, no facts, you can directly give a para. Bank's risk auditor should understand the risk management process of the bank to identify risk. Following are the steps in risk management process. Hello, can you reply whether you understood? If understood, put understood. Life is a race, guys. Keep running. Don't stop. Don't fall. Run in your own pace. That's why I'm waiting. Run. Okay, jump. And a maximum coverage and minimum time. 2 hours. I want to finish the entire MTP. Please support. Can we go to 2? B. Amen Cooperative Society appointed Fab and Associate as auditor for the year. A cooperative society. So which chapter? Ganga. Gange. Yo. Which chapter? Chapter 9. Different entities. Okay. In that cooperative society audit. Number of shares total they have given. 1,000 shares of rupees. 10 each. Net profit before compulsory transfer. Net profit after transfer. There are some restrictions, no? Shareholding, loans, borrowing, transfer to reserve, a contribution to charity, investments, education fund. Do you remember? Hello? Cooperative Society Audit Club. Now see. Mr. What? Deria, a member holds 200 shares amounting to 2,000 rupees. One more. Upon verifying the society's borrowing, auditors found that society has accepted the loan from Shivam. And acceptance means borrowings. A non-member, there was no restriction on bylaws. Comment on the action by society. I don't know how many of you have learned this. Can you say first restriction on shareholding? Can you explain if there are people who have not learned? Please learn it now. Restriction on shareholding. And how much a shareholder can hold? Others, how much? 10% or 20%? Why all are saying 10%? As per, if you want, you can write, otherwise leave it. As per Section 5, if you don't get Section 5, it's okay. As per Cooperative Societies Act 1912, a shareholder shall not hold more than 20% of number of shares or that value of rupees 1,000. Here, what is the total value of shares? 10,000. 20% of number of shares comes to how much? 200. Per share, how much? Makla, per share, how much? 10 rupees. So 200 into 10, how much? 2000. See, 20%, which should not exceed. So, can he hold 200 or 100? Both conditions should be satisfied. 200 or 100? 100. Why? If he holds 200 shares, 20%, value will exceed 1,000. See, the main intention is, let him hold 20, but it should not exceed that value. Now, I know a value of 1,000 is very small, but it is old act, guys. And cooperative society is not company, it's small. So, therefore, how to conclude? Therefore, what is the name? Mr. Dareria, yeah, shall not hold in the given case, okay? In the given case, okay? Given case, he shall hold only how many shares? A maximum of 100 shares. Unless all replies understood, I won't proceed. But that was the first case. There was another case. Restriction on. Listen, restriction on borrowing. See, loan can be accepted only from members or as per the society or government says. But borrowings, from whom can be accepted? Borrowings can be accepted from. Understand, many of you left this. Can be accepted from. Very good. From members and non-members. Wait. As per the bylaws. Bylaws. Bylaws means internal laws. Here they say there is no restriction. Bylaws allows. Therefore, valida, invalida, permissible, not permissible. Borrowing from Mr. Shimam. Therefore, borrowing from Mr. Shivam is valid. So, can we write permissible? Those people, I understand, those people have left. At least, can you study this now? Two provisions. So, when you go back and study yourself, at least little bit of effort is reduced. Ade. Say, see, after that 1 minute rest I'll give. A and B was like one bank audit and area. This is cooperative society. You just think chapter 9 and 10, just now itself 5 plus 5, 10 marks we asked. 9, this was chapter 9, earlier bank audit 10. So both together 10 marks. You remember I said chapter 9 and 10 together 12 to 18. Already MCQ asked. At times it may vary. Now guys, compensation time. Very easy question, direct question. In establishing the overall audit strategy, auditor shall consider among the nature, timing, and extent of resources some consideration. What are the considerations? Which essay? It's a direct question. Audit strategy, guys. So write the heading. Considerations in strategy. Okay. As per essay 300, audit strategy establishes scope, direction. One word I left off. Scope, direction, the timing of audit. Why you didn't reply? Now following are the considerations. Anyone? 5 points are there. They're asking you only broad consideration, 4 marks only. Just explain one sentence. First, I will say, you say which consideration. How many branches? How many AFR? What are the AFRF? What evidence you need? Characteristics. Now, timetable for reporting, with whom to discuss, when to give the report. Why only are these saying? Reporting objectives. Now, volume of activity, changes, team's effort, nature, timing, and extent of, and don't make mistake, procedure is in plan, nature, timing, and extent of resources. One more. Results of P preliminary engagement activity. This is just write in one sentence. And till now, almost 3 questions are over, only 3 more questions. Half an hour maximum, we'll finish off. How are you following? Can you reply? Hello, why that smiley there, Ganga? So what about others? Hi, all good? Okay. ഞെട്ടിപ്പോയി. So guys, let's chit chat for 1 minute. How is your studies going? All good? Good. Tension? Is there tension or no tension? That's because you will be tense, Kuta. Ma'am, stressed. Why stressed? Because study. See guys, the phase when it's normal to feel tense, but let tension not kill your time. കുറച്ച് tension ഒക്കെ fine. Little bit of tension is good only. Otherwise, we won't be serious. But yeah, stress is like something you have to deal with. If you're so stressed, take 1 hour or 2 hour off, sleep, or talk with someone. Don't see mobile in that time. Or do something which makes you happy. Hearing song, or going for walking, or playing with your pet or something. It's actually normal to be like this in the exam time. Okay, you guys are not alone. But let not these affect your quality of studies. So boomerang bola, after you take, you come back. Just think, guys, you have studied, you have attended the classes, everything is done. This is the last leg of the race. Just think, no, that finishing race, that finishing line you can see. Just finishing line, like you've seen no many, at least you would have run in the school or you've seen in some races. Finishing line, like 2, 3 others will be taking. I'm not saying that competition. Now, just run little more fast that you will reach first. You understand? I know, Enslayo. So I know it's very easy for me to say, but I have also passed through all these phases. Okay. So yeah, as I said, it's very normal to be, but actually, this is a stage where you have only one responsibility. I know that's a very main responsibility, studies. Little bit of you enjoy what you study now. I know, ma'am, for me it's easy. Yes, for me it's easy, but still love what you do and it will also love you back. Okay. So with these words, can we proceed to Q4? Hello. Okay, Q4. During the audit of HST Limited, CA Mukundar. Oh my God. Now Mukunde, CA Mukund, the auditor observed a significant volume of unsold electronic parts as a inventory. And whenever big question comes, can you first read the last part? So you will have a grip. Can you read last part? You are required to outline the detailed audit procedure that is generally undertaken when auditing such inventories, physical counting noted being damaged or obsolete. Actually, you're supposed to explain the procedure with respect to verifying damage or obsolete. Is it essay or other than essay topic? Say, here they are not asking you to how you will check existence and condition. No. They're asking what procedure specifically for damaged and obsolete stock they're asking. It is not your lover essay. Come on, it's not your favorite essay 501. I'm sorry. It is other than essay. Now, other than essay means bank audit, different entity, items. Which one? Items in FS. Now come to the business. Don't see items in FS as a villain chapter. It's a very general chapter. That's all. Now, regarding the obsolete. Obsolete means, something damaged. Goods. What are the things which you have to do? Can you say some points? See, when you will write it as obsolete, new item or old item? No need, throw away. Old item. So from the management, you can get a aging split, how many years it is out, how many years, whether it is usable condition, aging split from the management. Then what else? You can compare it with the cost in the books with the replacement cost. If it is obsolete, it has to be replaced. Then, obsolete item, when you sell it, there will be a vendor price list, invoice. Then, what else? Cost or NRV, it is inventory cost or NRV is to. Then, any other point? See, these are a manufacturing company, etc. So, overhead allocation also you will see whether it is allocated properly. How? None of my kids replied for this. മനസ്സിലായോ പുരിഞ്ചതാ understood samja the damaged or old obsolete. So what you will do from them obtain an aging whether it's old or new. Then cost with replacement cost, once it is thrown next one will come. So once you sell it there will be an invoice vendor price list, then cost or NRV which you know. Now if it is manufacturing, the overhead how much it is allocated. Hello, reply. All good? No, that question was not good. I understood. So B. We'll go to B. B, you will like it. The engagement partner of the firm of auditors is explaining audit team undergoing practical training. The interrelationship between audit strategy and plan. Discuss. But the point is, for 5 marks, what to write? The strategy and plan. Can you say which part? Essay, other topic or essay? Strategy, audit plan. What to write for 5 marks? Chapter 2. As per essay, 300. Not 500, it's 300. 3 only I wrote. 300. Now, first state, audit strategy is what you explain. Audit strategy establishes the scope, direction, timing of audit, which helps in development of. This helps in development of what? Detailed audit plan. Now, you can write audit plan, meaning, and what is audit plan? Audit plan is to conduct the audit in an effective, efficient, timely manner, meaning matters identified in strategy. Strategy is what to do, plan is how to do. Matters identified in strategy, which is broader. Okay, which is broader. Audit strategy is wider, or it is said to be broader, wider. Then you can explain. In the audit strategy, you will see nature, timing, and extent of what? In audit strategy, you explain nature, timing, and extent of resources. Then, in audit plan, nature, timing, and extent of audit procedure. Wrapper, FAPper, risk assessment, further audit procedure, and other plan procedure. Now, very important sentence. Audit strategy and plan are not discrete or sequential. Rather, it is closely interrelated. Change in one would result in change in other. Nakshatra, continuous and iterative is only for planning, Putta. This much you can elaborate. But I don't show law of diminishing marginal utility. If understood, say C. After that, 1 minute rest. How? Read the last sentence, answer you will get. What factors auditors should keep in mind when selecting the most appropriate benchmark for materiality? They asked you relationship. So better you write it in para, Aldrin. They didn't ask you distinguish. So directly say factors in determining the materiality. Materiality, essay. Yeah, as per essay 320, you can write one sentence, materiality in planning and performing the audit, blah, blah, blah. Following are the factors. Come on, study and say, what are the factors? First start with the nature, size, life cycle, economic environment. At times I forget RTP discussion start to explain. Okay, I don't know. Okay, economic environment. Next. What is the next one? Elements of FS like assets, liabilities, revenue, expense. Then Users requirement. Then entities ownership structure and the way it is financed. Ownership and finance. And one thing I left off. Very good. Relative volatility of benchmark. Even if you have forgotten, please study. That's it. I mean, when we discuss. Yo, just see, we have completed 30 marks MCQ. We have attempted 4 questions of 14 marks. 4 questions of 14 marks. How much is 14 into 4? 14 into 4, how much here? 28. 56 plus 30. Oh my God, 86. Extra question also we'll discuss, that's there. 86 marks in 1.5 hours. Appreciate yourself. Try to enjoy kuti things in life. Wow, guys. Allah. You want me to discuss other two or not? வேணோ வேண்டியோ வேணுமா வேண்டாமா? Yes or no? For that, you have to say please. Why always I'm saying please reply? Now you say please. Just for fun, okay? I'll come. Wait. Okay. Sure. Okay, I would have left this question. Okay, since you said please. Okay, start. Messrs. AR and Associates are appointed as the auditors of Future Limited. Company engaged in business of manufacturing of hardware products. They are analyzing the monthly trends for other expenses like rent, power, fuel. List down the attributes of verifying the expenses. And as I said, think SAR other than SAR. Expenses, other. Bank audit, no. Different entities, no. So it should be items in FS. Now, they wanted you to say, it's a very easy question, general question, but very easy. Like in verifying the expense, balance sheet item means it's a little difficult. P&L is always easy. Then compared to balance sheet, what I feel. How will you verify the power, fuel? And I think first, P&L account, no. Whether it belongs to the current period of audit. Then, expense, whether it is capital or revenue expenditure. Okay, here people are saying whether this expenditure is for business purpose. But I'm writing what you are saying, business purpose and not personal purpose. That's easy. Purpose, now why am I writing like this? Okay. Then what else? Whenever there is an expense, there will be a invoice, supporting document. Whether expense, can a normal person come and do? No. So for that, Lakshmi, you have to see whether it is properly authorized. And finally, whether it is properly classified under different heads. Accuracy, occurrence, cutoff, classification, but they are not asking you that. How you will verify, they are asking. Verification, they didn't ask you assertion. Ada, had they asked you assertion of this, will you write this? No. Then that accuracy, occurrence, cutoff, classification, completeness, remember accuracy measurement. They didn't ask you. How will you verify they asked you? If they asked you assertion, you will write the assertion with respect to P&L, class of transaction. Did you hear that? So Lakshmi, would occurrence of Andra. They ask you how you will verify that. They didn't say assertion. But I say B, no? This is a little twisted question. Read and say the answer. CA Kavita, the auditor, assessing the risk of material misstatement with respect to litigation and claim. She sent inquiry letter to the entity's company's external person. However, Mohit informed that their professional rules prohibited from responding. What is the other option available for obtaining information? Which essay? Litigation and claims. Your favorite lover essay. Yes, it came. Now, as per essay 501, okay, one of the option is to obtain information from entities counsel. There are another option to inquiry management, obtain written, you can inquire management, you can obtain written representation, you can read minutes book, you can review the expenses, what expense? Legal. Now wait, what is the other option for obtaining? You can inquire the management regarding what are the, give me the list. What is the outcome of the cases? Who did not respond? Our experta, company experta. I mean, legal counsel. Company's expert na. Now you can ask external, another person. If company's person is not responding, ask another expert. If you don't get one thing, go for another thing. Are you clear? No. Others? Okay, Aditya. Oh, sure. Last leg of the race. We are about to finish. Only one question after this. Familiarity threat are evident occur when auditors' relationship ending up too sympathetic. Explain. Such a direct question. You are supposed to explain which threat here? Familiarity threat. So can we discuss, guys? Can you say some information about familiarity threat? Why familiarity threat comes? Let's discuss. Why familiarity threat comes? Because of close, not business. Wait, what if it is a close business relationship? Which threat will come? Hello? Then it would be self-interest threat. Okay. So close relationship with the client. Okay. Ending up being too sympathy, empathy. Now, because of this, your objectivity or you are being influenced. Now, this can happen mainly because of what? A long association between auditors and client, or close relative of your engagement team is working. At under Companies Act 139(2), rotation of auditors. Now, they should rotate by one term of 5 consecutive years or 2 terms. Why? To avoid familiarity threat, no? Yeah, they are just asking you to explain familiarity threat, nothing more. Is it clear? Sure. Take 30 seconds rest and say Q6. Anand, you can put it like long association. All these are examples. You can write because 4 marks they have asked. Kutta. Hungry or not hungry? Hungry, yeah. So come on, guys. If hungry, you have to finish, na. All are putting H. If I ask you to put Q6, you are putting H for hungry. How Put Q6. Last question, last leg here. Let's finish off with glory. When more persuasive evidence is needed regarding control, it's appropriate to increase the testing as well as deadlines. Discuss matter. See, while you perform test of control. And why test of control is performed? To find the deviation in controls. You see the nature of control, timing and extent of controls. Okay. Now you will see frequency of control, how frequently control is operating, length, how effectively it is operating, to what extent it is operating. So if you are able to see all these things and if it is effective, won't you be having more persuasive evidence? Now kindly reply, what is persuasive meaning? Pervasive means completely affected. SS are not 5. Corroborative means supporting. Many places it will come. Persuasive means convincing. When an auditor has to be convinced, he has to test the deviation, how frequently controlled, length of the control, effective, extent. Through that, you should obtain effective evidence about effective means controls are effective. You should, then only he will be persuasive, meaning he will be convinced. Actually, this is there in both essay. 330. Why 330? 330, which procedure are you performing? 315 RAP, risk assessment procedure. 330 SAP, further audit procedure. Further procedure comprise of TOC and SAP, test of control and substantive audit procedure. Any doubt in short form reply, I will say. Plus in essay 500 also, test of control is why performed? To obtain evidence about control. Hello, are we okay? If okay, say proceed. Now read yourself B and reply very easy question. Tell me which essay, what to write. Okay. Where is the question here? Business gown manifold. The management decided to appoint joint auditors. Okay. They appointed 3 CA firms. For which area joint auditors will be jointly and severally responsible? Essay, please. Very good. Essay 299. Right? 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. In that, what they asked, see, responsibilities of joint auditor for the allocated area, they are individually responsible, where they are jointly and severally responsible. Joint auditors are jointly and severally responsible. There are 6 areas, guys. Can we recap? 1, unallocated or common area. Then, to decide the audit procedure, nature, timing, and extent of audit procedure in the above area. Then, matters brought to notice of other joint auditors. Then, legal. So, legal means compliance of law. Not only compliance of law, compliance of AFRS. Then, to issue the report as per essay and pronouncements. See, ultimately, there will be only one report now. Pronouncements means you have not seen that book, the bare act of the book. Essays bare act is called as the pronouncements. Like Companies Act has the bare act, same way essay bare act is called as pronouncement. Earlier they used to give us the pronouncement. Now it is incorporated in the module. Essay and pronouncement. Pronouncement is the bare act of standard. Anand? So these are the areas in which joint auditors will be held jointly and severally responsible. You want me to discuss last question? It always is an internal option, guys. Ma'am, this much we did. Can we leave it? And you want to do? You want, You said hungry. You only said hungry. How can I do? It's okay, wa. Sorry. You put hungry. Okay, the management of PQ Limited changed during the year under the audit. Mr. Govind, an auditor at the time of receiving written representation on management responsibility, was in a dilemma relating to date and period. Further, new management of the view that they can give the representation from the date they took over, guide the auditor and management. Oh, Shri Ganga. Makle, which essay in the hunger did it strike which essay instead of sambar and rice? Wow. That's the spirit, guys. Keep up. Essay 580. What happened in essay 580? Kuta Nakshatra, is it that alone? Can you correct? At one point you said correct. Date of written representation. Anything else? Okay, they are saying there is a change from management. And you know what? There is a topic called as reconfirming the written representation. In 3 cases, you need to obtain a reconfirmation from the management regarding the written representation. Can you say? 1. Changes in circumstances. 2. Misunderstanding. One more. Management who already signed are no longer having responsibility. Here, the management who gave was changed and new management management have come. They said they can't confirm whatever was done. Is it valid or invalid? It's this case now. Management has gone. So whenever changed, therefore, auditor has to reconfirm. And management should give for the other also. They accepted the responsibility knowing the audit is going on. Did you understand? Auditor has to reconfirm from the management and they have to give the representation for all the periods. The main point is regarding reconfirmation. Are you getting it or not? எவ்வளோ பண்ணிட்டோம் இது பண்ண மாட்டோமா எத்தனையோ செய்து இது செய்யவில்லை how much we did last question guys it's a very general question of 315 Knowledge of entities business play an important role in developing audit. Sherry. The knowledge of client's business as adequate knowledge of without adequate knowledge, it's not proper for audit. Okay. As per SA 315, identifying and assessing the risk, auditor shall obtain understanding. Give examples of what all auditor should understand. Simple case. They are asking the examples of what all matters an auditor should obtain an understanding. Can you say? Auditor should obtain about the laws and regulations applicable. What are the AFRF applicable? Then companies, operations. Aditya, continue. What are the nature of business? What are the strategies and policies to do the operations? Then how they have financed, where they went and invested. Now, some external factors also like market, interest rate, etc. So they're just asking what are the examples of matters which an auditor has to obtain and understand. Are there? With that, second. With that, we have done with, I think, sharp 2 hours I took. Celebrate, guys. I don't know how many of you are there. How was it? All good? So guys, since you have been so attentive and you guys are replying, so no need to again go through RTP, but not RTP, I'm sorry, MTP. Just that whichever question you found difficult, redo. If you have any doubts or anything else with respect to auditing, you can message me. Okay. So that's it.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Shall I conclude with a vote of thanks?
Sure.
As we come to the conclusion of this session, I would like to express my gratitude to CA Revati Raja, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your expertise and time with us today. I hope this session was helpful to all of you. Once again, thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you to both Sikasa, Ernakulam, as well as Palakkad. Okay. Hi, Betsy. Okay. So, yes. So, take care. Keep going. So, waiting you to send us the successful. Okay. So, keep going. Ta-da.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.